Hi, my beautiful little angels. Here's a nice little controversial video because I haven't done enough of those, even though I just made a video on white privilege just earlier yesterday. But hey, let's get it started. People fucking hate when women have standards of any type. It doesn't matter if you're a sex worker or a totally vanilla woman who just is like going about her life and just is like, hey, I'd like it if a man pays a bill. Some motherfuckers really hate that shit. I met a guy on Bumble recently. We didn't even like all he put in his opening move like, what's your ideal weekend look like? And I responded, ooh, I usually every weekend I like to see if there's like a cool exciting event that I can try to go to, like a comedy show or an event, this or that. I love to do that. But and like we got to talking, and then eventually the topic came around to stuff on our bucket list, and I was like, ooh, something I've always wanted to try. I just heard about this in the city. There's a place where you can rent a sports car and drive around a racetrack, and that just seems so fucking cool to me. And also I found out that helicopter rides aren't actually all that expensive, so those are two things that I hopefully can try this summer. But if not, oh well. And then this man went out of his way to be like, oh, well, here I was thinking that the perfect like hang up and the fucking perfect meetup would be something like a coffee or a glass of wine. But no, I guess you're just a fucking prostitute, aren't you? I reported his ass so fast and I said the topic was not a first date. The topic was ideal weekend stuff and stuff we like to do for fun on our bucket list. I never said that I would do any of this with you. I never said that you'd be paying for it, and I never mentioned sex. So I hope you heal from whatever is causing you to act in such a manner. And I hope that you can afford therapy and focus all your energy and attention on that. He unmatched me, and then he also got a warning from the fucking website to never pull that shit again on a woman, which is good. I like to think that pisses him off. But it was like, wow, it's just like I cut off a friend of mine who only recently is like starting to slowly make their way back because now they fully know I will fully cut them off and be cut the fuck about it. But before, they were someone who very much was attracted to me. They wanted to fuck me, blah blah blah. Fucking like I'm not trying to sound arrogant. It's just like a thing that it's like if you're a conventionally attractive person, especially a woman, it's kind of like you're one of the most sought after kind of commodities in someone's eyes. You're like a thing that they want, an object, something that they just want, you know, and it's like the whole time you're just trying to vibe. And it stops being flattering. And I know as a man, if you're a man watching this video, you might be thinking, that sounds like the best thing ever, knowing everyone in the room wants to fuck you. It's actually kind of terrifying. Like, extremely terrifying. Because it's not always positive attention. Sometimes it's extremely bad negative attention. That's why you can't take walks late at night. Okay, like, for example, whenever men talk about, ooh, I wish I had everyone sexually attracted to me in a room, they usually think, like, ooh, a bunch of women lusting after you. That would be nice. Like, you know, a bunch of Victoria's Secret models thirsting after you. But no, picture it like, imagine you're in, like, a really shady bar as a dude and you're already kind of there like I just want to order a drink and get out and these dudes are already kind of being weird to you. But imagine you were like the finest bitch ever and you had to like go to that bar for like an errand to meet a friend for a business opportunity, and then everyone's eyes are watching you and it's like you don't know if you're going to be able to leave safely. You don't know, like it's just not a fucking, it's not quite good because it's just like it feels like there's like a million heat seeking missiles just getting ready to shoot at your fucking direction at any point in time, and it doesn't feel good. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it'll be like, ah, I'm so appreciated, and everyone in this room is just happy to have my presence and talk to me and socialize. But at the same time, I and multiple other women know that it's like, hey, if I didn't have the long hair or the lip gloss on, or if I decided to walk in wearing a jacket instead of not, a whole bunch of people would not give me the fucking time of day and totally tune out. But then if I wear like a little bit of lip gloss and I take off my jacket, suddenly everyone's like, ooga booga boobies. Ooh, hey, nice to meet you. My name's Michael. My name's Raphael. My name's Lucius. And then they start trying to talk to you and hound you down. It's like seeing a fucking flip switch. And it's scary. But I guess I won't go too much on that. I've talked about it enough, in my opinion. What I'm trying to tie it into is that sometimes it can even interfere with friendships or people, like in a lot of ways. I had two different dudes trying to be my friend, but at the same time, I think they had alternate intentions. And they were doing that thing where instead of just ripping off the band aid and facing rejection head on, they hoped that over time they could just like wear me down by doing like favors or like offering things that I didn't ask for or didn't want, that I thought they were just doing to be a friend. But then over time, it's like, oh, I see what you're doing here, and I don't like that because I am someone who upfront tells people I like direct communication. I like people who tell me what they want when they want it and don't like shy about it or be pussy about it. That'll get you luck. But then the most cowardly fucking lame ass niggas I have ever met will always be like, no, 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 I'm fine, I'm just a friend. And then they'll try to fucking sneak. Like, you can't just sneak romance into it, dude. I'm gonna fucking notice and I'm just gonna find it cringeworthy. Because it's like, I'll just go, oh, okay, so this was your intent from the start, and it's pathetic. Because you could have just been rejected ages before, but you drew it out painfully long, and now we're here. And you're gonna act like I'm some evil bitch for daring to believe you at face value when you said that you were a friend doing things out of the kindness of your heart on some friendship shit. Mm. Anyway, sorry, I know that. Bear with me. I won't say this man's name. Actually, I'll say it, Seamus. I was friends with this guy named Seamus. He was cool. But over time, it was like he kept making too many sexual references to me, blah, blah, blah. We know about him. But I will say, in regards to him, I could tell that we were going to have to end our friendship eventually because he could not handle. Like, he got mad when he realized my standards were my standards. Like, when he was like, ooh, so do you ever do, like, like friends with benefits, anything like that? I said, oh, no, not really. Unless it's like a dude who's actually, like, financially compensating me, I prefer to be celibate. Like, I prefer to be celibate unless I'm paid for it explicitly because I do not. And I explained it. I was like, I have emotional volatility issues in terms of attachment. I have abandonment issues, and I'm not mentally someone who is capable of that mindset unless it was specifically like a transaction or a favor being done. So that then, even if I didn't get messaged the next day or whatever, then I can handle it. And then he got all pissy and was like, oh, well, what you just won't have sex ever? Like, out of, like, what? Not even just for fun? And I said, I can have fun during sex. I'm just not going to do it for free. And he said like, oh well, what, not even just for like, I don't know, affection, just to try something to enjoy yourself. I said I have other things I can use to enjoy myself. And frankly, like, and I just explained it. I said I'm not gonna have sex to someone. Like, I'll put it this way: if I have an empty fridge and someone wants to put their dick down my throat but not food, why would, like, what, that would leave me worse off than I started, you know? Like, how am I supposed to like have sex if I'm gonna be fucking fainting during it, basically? How's that gonna work? You can't do back shots if my ass is bony as fucking shit from a lack of nutrition and my head is dazed and I can't sit up straight and my eyes are rolling back. Cause that's not fun. That's not fun at all. Like, if I am struggling with like rent to keep a roof over my head and then someone in my life is like, hey, about head, then yeah, that's gonna repulse me. I don't want to be in a situation where it's like, look, like, it's just simply put, if I'm struggling, I want someone around who's able to help me. They don't even have to inherently care about me. I'm not asking for that. But still, it would do something in my brain to be like, look, this person showed that they cared by doing this thing for you and doing this favor. Now, you don't bother them. You can leave them alone. You can have sex freely. You can have fun. You can have a blast. You can make it, like, have a wonderful time. But you get your needs taken care of, and so do they. And you go about your life that way very easily. And a lot of these dudes, like, otherwise, what will they spend their money on? They're gonna buy some PlayStation game or some fucking Steam game that they're never gonna play on their Steam library. They're gonna spend it on an overpriced fucking jacket on Depop that's probably a knockoff anyway. Like, that they just couldn't be able to tell. Like, men, I'm gonna be honest, usually don't spend their money on anything super important, at least, like, the age range that I've, actually, in general. Like, I can't really name something. Like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get some lights for my car and on the inside to make it look like a Rolls Royce. Nothing important. You know, it's like, sorry, dude, if you wanna fuck me, then you're gonna have to sacrifice a weekend of gambling. Like, no thank you. Anyway, Seamus took not so kindly to that, and then he was like, oh, and then lo and behold, he kept slipping in shit anytime we met up about me being a whore, gold digger, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. But then he also raged because I would still have dates with men who he perceived to be lesser than him. And he would be mad because it's like, okay, yeah, you're a tall dude. You have big old sparkly eyes and height and shoulders and fit muscles and stuff. But I hate to break it to you, you are going to lose out to the guy who's like 5'4" and believes in like paying for a bill on a date and taking things slow. That's also what I told him. It's like I either like to I only have sex with someone if it's like we're dating for like a really really long time and trust is like 100% established and they've proved that they can be like a protector provider type, or if they're the type of person where it's just like, hey, here's that thing you want and you give me what I want and I'll be respectful and consensual, then it's like, okay, sure. But he fucking hated that because he felt like he was losing out. And it's like, yes, I know it would piss you off too if you were a man who was considered conventionally attractive and you could have any woman you want. But the one you want the most, you can't access because you're fucking broke as shit. That would piss off people. And it pissed him off, so he kept making fucked up little negging comments my way or about the men I date. No matter how good or sweet they were or how amazingly perfect, I could talk about a nice fancy date I had. I could talk about a splendid evening or exciting plans, and he'd roll his eyes and scoff and say something fucked up. So as you can imagine, our friendship didn't last very long. Ironically, he was friends with another guy, let's call him Tom. Tom did the same fucking shit. Tom was the type of guy where he'd be like, hey, come to me to this comedy show, it'll be so fucking great. And then I'd get in his car and then he'd do like a weird passive aggressive rant, like, ooh, you know, I've always wanted to be like, I've been with black women before, but I've never been with like a young black woman. I'd love to be with a black woman. You know? Especially one who's skinny. Like I like the skinny, the young ones, you know? I think they're hot. I always wondered like how it would be to like fuck a skinny black girl, and then it's like I just thought to myself, Jesus Christ, how fucking long is he gonna keep this shit up? And that's one of those moments where I was like, yeah, I see what he's doing now, and now I'm uncomfortable, and probably we won't hang out after this, cause what the fuck. Pissed me off so unbelievably bad. Because it's like, sir, if you like, just either say, hi, I'm trying to woo you romantically, this is what this is, or two, hey, I would like to make a fucky sucky, how much do you want? Very simple, very simple. And then I would have just said no thank you, or hey, I could like if you did this, then hey, you know. But either way, I don't think I probably would have regardless, because he wasn't that I don't know, maybe I don't, but it's like just no, bottom of the food chain. I would not like to do that. He was a nice enough fella though, but I can't say that he's, yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm trying not to call him ugly, but it's like he's ugly. I have fucked dudes who are not seen as conventionally attractive though. I have fucked dudes that have been seen as ridiculously fucking ugly. I have. It's not fun though. Yeah. And as I was saying, Tom acted the same fucking way. He was just like, when he heard about my standards, he was like, ooh, I don't know, I wouldn't be such a gold digger. And he even sent me this passive aggressive ass meme online where he was like, ooh, bitches say they want a rich nigga, but whole time they live in fucked up houses. Like some meme along the lines of that. Like, and I just said, well, yeah, that's true. That's all fair and dandy. But to be fair, if I'm already poor and living in poverty, why would I want to fuck someone else who's gonna keep me in poverty? Like, how am I supposed to be horny in poverty? Like, if I'm already doing bad by myself, I could just be by myself. Why would I bring in anyone else, rich or poor, just to, like, get nothing from, like, no sort of help, no sort of assistance? That's not how you show you care for someone. And if you did, then, like, I want to keep away the people who don't care and bring in the people who do. And even if someone doesn't care and wants to have access to me, cool. You still will have to act like you care in the sense of, hey, here's some groceries. Hey, here's some money for these bills. Hey, let me take you out for some food and for this event that you want to go to. That type shit. Tom did not like hearing that, but you know, he was a good sport about my response, because it's like, yeah, nigga, that's how it is. I'll put it this way. I have tried the whole I'm gonna have sex with dudes just for the fun of it thing. I got lucky enough where I never got any STDs. Thank fucking God. But I did get a lot of trauma. I got a lot of trauma that was super unnecessary. Like, spanning from, like, dudes who were like, ooh, I totally want to date you, I want a relationship, and then totally fucking vanishing or leaving for other people. I've had people, because they deep down just wanted, like, someone to like them back, but they didn't really want monogamy or to be tied down. They just wanted a girl to obsess over them like a mind game. I've had dudes make promises where, like, I would just be like, hey, you know what, all I'll take is, like, you could just text me back the next day and then just not do these certain things in bed and that'll be a-okay. And then you know what would happen? Stupid shit in bed. Awful sex. and then not getting a text back the next day, and then them acting like I'm dramatic for like noticing that it took them 36 hours to message me when they promised they would text me first thing in the morning because they knew it would be a factor to my mental health not spiraling. Funny enough, that's actually an origin story for how me and my ex Morgan ever started fucking. I had two first awful fucks with them. They were like, "Hey, hey, hey, fuck me again," and I was trying to scare them off. I said, "Fuck no." Like, I learned the tactic of if you ask a man for money, you can scare him the fuck off very quickly, easily. I said, "Hey, listen, buddy, unless you're gonna give me like this large amount of money that I want, or a switchblade, because I want to be safe in these streets. I am not gonna fuck someone who's so bad in bed like you are, and then also then have to like go home, and then like if I want to de-stress or something, I don't want to have to walk around a neighborhood where I'm being followed or not protected or feeling unsafe, and I have to be scared for my fucking life. I would like a switchblade. So unless you can give me that, get the fuck out of my face." I fully expected him to get the fuck out of my face, but instead he went, "Okay, shit. Hey, I collect knives. Hey, take this one." And I got a big fucking knife, and it's like, oh, I'm horny now. Let's do it. And then we did it, and it was great. It was fantastic. It was nice. And then when we didn't contact each other for a while, I didn't trip too hard because it's like, he's not my man. I'm not his girl. But this is my knife, and he gave it to me as a gift. So it works for me that way. And it was a really expensive knife from just like this really pricey company that he used to work for. Fucking great. Oh, I used to. Oh, yes. It's a shame that it doesn't work recently, though. Oh, well. Now, as I was saying, yeah, knives are fucking awesome. That wasn't supposed to be the topic I was going to talk about, but knives are fucking awesome. But yeah, and that's kind of how it started. And then usually I'll just tell a dude to fuck off. And also several times it's like I said, I could ask for the barest of minimum, like healthy communication, respect for my autonomy, respect for what I want to happen to my body and what I don't want. And yeah, and also I know the tactic. A lot of I've had dudes try the whole, "Oh wow, it's so sad that all you wanted, so that you don't have an awful mental breakdown that causes you to spiral, all you wanted was someone just to like text you back the next day. You know what? I'll be that guy. You can trust me." And then you know what happens? We fuck. And then they don't do that. And then they repeat the same shit other people did as before. And that's especially sinister because it's like the bar was so low. You had a girl who has an unlocked throat with no gag reflex. The wettest, tightest pussy you have ever had in your fucking life. She knows all types of positions. She's flexible as fuck. High salivation in her mouth. Great fucking titties. One piece body. Like fucking Nana, or the orange haired girl from One Piece when she's older and shit, or the Boa girl. Yeah, Boa. Like, I look like a fucking pinup model. I have a face like, oh my god, and it's like all I asked. You found a fucking model-esque girl with a British accent, or Caribbean to some people. And all she didn't ask for diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds. She didn't ask for anything at fucking all. All she asked for was just a simple fucking text the next day. You couldn't even do that. And it's like, it's not hard, because there's actually, what's worse about it, there's a feature in your phone where you can pre-schedule a message to send that says, "Hey, how are you? Just checking in. I know you feel really bad after sex sometimes and have emotional breakdowns. How are you doing? Just checking in." They could have scheduled some messages like that to be sent at like 9 a.m. I would have been none the wiser and still fucking happy, but they couldn't even do fucking that. So because of that, it's like, congratulations, nigga. You have no access to me anymore because you fucked this up. And I remember I remember when I was fucking homeless for a bit. This is an embarrassing story. I remember this one dude, he made like fucking I don't know how much a week, somewhere between 3K to 6K a week, like an obscene amount of money, living in Walnut Creek, just so much fucking cash. And we had things in common, but I don't know. You could tell that he was one of those white boys who listened to too much Future and what's that other artist? I don't know. I don't care. They all sound the same. Just a mumble rap listening white boy. He would be the type that's like, "I'm gonna go to San Diego for a weekend trip and gamble like thousands of dollars in money, And then I'm also gonna buy these shoes that are like $2,000, and I'm gonna keep them in a glass case next to my bed and never fucking wear them. And I'm gonna do this, and that. But how dare this anorexic chick with who has no food and she's literally living out of a hotel? How dare she ask me to pay for her fucking food before we fuck, and to like have a decently clean bedroom? How dare she? And it's like, sir, I remember I told him, so let me get this straight. You wanted me to fuck on your bed full of dirty clothes? All I asked was for a clear bed and a path to your bed, and for your bedroom to not smell bad, like spray something. That's not hard. Why are you so mad about it? Boo hoo, I don't accept the fucking bare minimum. Also, on top of that, I even told him, it's like, oh no, boo hoo. You have all this fucking money in tech, and you can brag about spending 3K in one weekend just fucking blowing it on gambling. But a $7 slice of pizza is where you draw the fucking line. And then the next meetup, oh boo hoo, you paid for like $26 worth of food at a burger joint. And even then, it was like some chili fries we shared, one bacon burger for me, and then one small little fucking mango juice. Oh my god, how oppressed. Fucking $10 to $15 worth of food for this incredibly hot girl who's letting me clap her cheeks any fucking time I want. Oh, the agony. And what's sad is, this is the sad part to me. I actually was like, I have a lot of love in my body and a lot of naivety and autism. So I was like, hey, like, you do know that people can just care about each other people and treat each other as friends, right? Like, I can show you how to be, like, friends with your friends with benefits, you know? Because, trust me, it's not even some, like, gender traditionalist shit. It's like, I truly just, you know, it's the type of stuff I would do if I were in your shoes. And I proved it. I was fucking homeless, and I used a Groupon and like went to the clearance section of World Market. I got that nigga chocolate cake. I got that nigga some raspberry fucking simply lemonade. I got that motherfucker I spent money, and also on top of that, he went over the fucking coupon limits. He offered to pay for anything above the coupon limits, but I was like, no, let me do it. It's on me. I told you it's on me. He went $9 above like a $30 fucking promo code coupon. We got like fries covered in like steak and bria and shrimp and shit, and we went to his house and we ate it and we enjoyed it and we fucked like animals, and he was so disrespectful. And then just throughout all of this fucking shit, I hate him to this fucking day. I want that. I can't repeat what I want to say. Let's just say, at least I can say deep down in my soul that I am a good person. That I thought, you know what, maybe this guy just hasn't had a really good fuck buddy relationship. I can show him that, you know, you can care about other people and that it feels nice, and that hopefully if I show him the right way, he'll do it back to me and be mutually generous. Because it's like, I would I have baked cookies and baked cakes and sweets for my fuck buddies. I've been their shoulder to cry on. I've done things, just not even on some romantic shit or obsession or entitlement, just because I want the other person to feel good and have a good experience. And if I can make an experience better, I will do it. And not everyone has that same intention for me, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make it so impossible for a nigga to even try to play in my fucking face. Because I'm so tired of it. So for dating, it's like, yeah, congratulations. If you want to see me, you're paying for my transportation. And if not, then au revoir. You're paying for my food as well, because I don't even like to look at a bill, because no. I'm not taking public transportation for you, because why would I get dolled up for a date like 10 times harder than you ever will in your entire fucking life, just to like ride BART and get stuck for like an hour or more and like deal with vape smoke, crack heads, and violence that can occur to me? That's not gonna make me happy on a date. That's gonna make me disgusted and filthy and violated, and it's not cool. I don't want to sit on piss covered seats. I want to sit on Uber seats, luxurious type shit. I want a nice, pleasant life. And I straight up told him, like, I'll tell niggas this. I told someone today, they were like, yeah, I totally fucking get it. I made it clear that I still absolutely respect people who are struggling in this economy. It's hard for a lot of people right now. But that rich or poor, if someone wants to be in my life, I would like someone where it's like they can make me feel safe and stable. And like, I don't have to worry about a bill, or like how I'm gonna get home safely after an evening out, or how I'm gonna like reach a location in the first place and show up to a date sweaty from being on a bus for hours or something, or worse. And he was like, I fully understand, and honestly, I respect you for having those standards. Not many people do. And he agreed to it fully 100%. He understood, and I'm excited to see what our date's gonna be like. Yeah, he's really fun so far. Or, well, I wouldn't call it a date, more of a hangout, but he seems like a cool person. And just, yeah. It just, I set it in place so that it's like you can't physically touch me unless you're spending money and investing in me and showing interest one way or another. And I've learned more about male psychology too. It's actually kind of disturbing. The more you actually manage to get a man to spend money on you or invest time in you, the more he's going to subconsciously like you due to like sunk cost fallacy and vasopressin and testosterone. And like if you're someone that's harder to access, they will want you more and do whatever they can to access you. That's like the mindset behind it. It's kind of strange. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's something that's interesting, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying, I cared a lot for a lot of fuck buddies, and it's like I just got ended up like, okay, I fucked this dude, and my stomach's still caving in, and my mental health is worse than before, and I had like just no. Like, I'm sorry, dude. You're gonna have to make shit fucking shake. Like, barter system type shit. I don't know. Figure it out. Because if you want some pussy, guess what? You have a washing machine. I have a bunch of laundry I need to do. Let's do some math here. Let's figure something out. Blah, blah, blah. It only has ever pissed off men who are entitled. I actually had two interactions recently. One of them was this very large social media page. I'm not gonna reveal who they are. But they did reach out to me on some like, oh hey, so you want to come over to my house and like cuddle and like, watch some cartoons. And I just basically thought to myself, you, they really think I'm that fucking stupid. And I just told them, you already know how I work. I talk all the time about my fucking standards and what I accept and what I don't. So I'm offended that you even thought you could try this. And at first they tried to be arrogant about it, but then eventually they fessed up and said that they were just drunk and on drugs and trying to try their luck with me. But they did do this smug rant where it's like, ooh, well, I'm fucking attractive and I have a bunch of social media followers. Like, I don't need you. Like, I have tons of other options type shit. And it's like, yeah, go for them then. I don't want you. This other guy, I remember he talked to me and he was like, ooh, ooh. Like, he basically was trying to, at first he was like, ooh, ooh, if I help you get a girl during Pride Month, like if I find a girl and send her your way, you gotta let me hit it sometime. And I thought to myself, that is so fucking pathetic of him to say. But I said, hey, that, or like, hey, I know you're friends with this photographer who I really loved that we worked with together. If you could like schedule me a photo shoot with him, because I know he's hooking you up for free for your like albums and your music EP challenge you're doing and shit, that would be amazing. And he did not. Or I even told him like, I'm also working on some music production. I know you know how to make music. If you're down to help me like make a song or so, that would be awesome. Like, and if so, then hey, I'm willing to go to Pound Town, absolutely. Because, he was still a pretty attractive dude. It's just like I physically cannot allow myself to have sex with someone for nothing. I will absolutely 100% kill myself, and I'm not even kidding. I will 100% kill myself. Like, because guess what? All those other times I fucked niggas for free, I would just, yeah, it's like I got PTSD, motherfucker. PTSD from fucking niggas for free. And it doesn't feel fucking good. Like, oh, okay, like, yay, I have intimacy issues now. And even if I wasn't making motherfuckers pay for it, I'd still be celibate and I'd still be like, hey, you're not going to date me or be around me unless you're actually adding value to my life. Because I'm tired of being the one who's sucked dry all the time. You have to do something to give back. You know? Abundance mindset type shit. As I was saying, so, yeah, this one musician that I used to be friends with, I don't consider them to be an ally anymore. They hit me up today, and I already could tell where the rant was going. They were trying, because they didn't even have to get very far. I've heard the rant a million times. They were like, ooh, ooh, yeah. Well, listen, about the photo shoot, I just feel like if I were to do that for sex, and I just said, okay, I'm not gonna listen to the rest of your fucking voice messages, dude. I know what the fuck you're gonna say. Listen, I don't care if you're attractive. I don't care if you're talented. I don't care how many followers you got. That does not matter to me. Because there is a lot out there that I want to experience and get done in my life. And it's like, if you have that, you could just send a text to any of your music producer friends who know how to make songs, and you could contact them at any time for me. You have access to a photographer. All you'd have to do is text him and arrange something, and then woohoo, you get to enjoy all my luscious bits as much as you want, and we can have a blast. I'm not asking for much at all from you. But the fact that your ego is not letting you. And I also clocked him. I said, plus, I already rejected you like a year ago. Excuse me. By telling you, hey, you seem like you have really good spiritual Zen chakra energy, like love and light type shit. Meanwhile, I'm someone who would eat buffalo wings that have been lying, fucking somewhere for like way too goddamn long. And I would just fucking, I'd eat fucking buffalo wings that were laying on the floor before like a fucking week, dude. Me and you are on different wavelengths. You're a vegan, you don't need to get involved with my energy. Like I literally, and I told him I threatened to fucking totally annihilate this dude and set his car on fire very recently. So the fact, like, just you should not be involved with me. And a year ago, he was like, "Ooh, thanks for the warning." But now, and I just told him the fact that you're trying again a year later, after you already were told a year before that I'm a nut job who has intimacy issues and trauma and does not want to affect you negatively, then maybe you don't have as much good energy and you're not quite as zen or as emotionally intelligent as I thought. And I apologize, but I hope you can get it together because this is not the way. Again, also, you're supposed to have an abundance mindset and be generous and caring to others, and I'm not trying to just have sex with somebody and then like hope I can get a text back the next day or hope that I won't want to kill myself if they walk past me like pretending they don't know me at a social event afterwards, you know? He and then I just stopped talking to him. People just get so motherfucking weird about standards in women. You don't even have to be someone like me in terms of like celibate and less paid type shit. You could just be like, I want to be a stay-at-home wife. And then some dudes will say you're an evil gold digger for wanting a dude to make, more than just like 5 figures a year. And like yeah, how are you supposed to be a stay-at-home mom to a dude on a Walmart salary? And also, if you're on a Walmart salary, why are you so fucking mad that some bitch doesn't want to live in poverty with you? Maybe you should get a better fucking job or ask for a raise or try harder in life. I don't fucking know. And just that shit gets on my motherfucking nerves. It's annoying that people still try their luck. Like, I know my worth. Even when sometimes it'd be going on discount, I still fucking know my worth. Even the last guy I fucked, he knew the deal. He tried his shit of, ooh, are you sure? Like, what about just sex for the sake of having sex? And I said, I mean, yeah, but if you want me to throw a brick through your fucking window and go loco, then sure. Like, if you want me to lose my ever loving shit, then I guess if that's what you want. But, or you could just choose to have sex with anyone else, because you're attractive, you probably have options, and you don't have to be with me whatsoever. But if you want it to be like a stable, sane relationship type shit, where you get your business done, I get mine done, with the assistance of anything you get me that I need, then bada bing, bada boom, we both get to be happy and thriving, and I'm not gonna do any crimes committed. Very, very simple. But yeah, I don't know, it just frustrates me that it's like, I don't know, there's people who act like it's such a demonic thing of any type for women to have standards. Like, oh no, I want a bill paid on a first date. Boo fucking who? I don't, like, yeah, nigga, you have an unshaved asshole that you probably don't even fully wash correctly. You don't use a washcloth. You probably don't take as good care of yourself as you fucking think. You work jobs where you don't have to worry about like misogyny or harassment or racism getting in the way. I do. Life is stressful enough as fucking is. Do you think I really want to do all the effort of, ooh, I'm gonna go wax myself and figure out all this fucking shit about color theory and hairstyling and what outfit to wear and blah blah blah, and then I'm gonna show up to a date where it's like a dude's just gonna talk about himself the entire fucking time, and then I'm still expected to pay for my own food? I'm supposed to pay for the luxury of a bad time? No, thank you. No, thank you. And I know you're like, wow, so the dude just has to pay for the luxury of a bad time? It's kind of rare that a guy has a bad time with me. Like, extremely rare. Like, even the ones who think I'm kind of odd usually always end the night with fucking smiles and shit, Like, big fucking smiles. Anyway, I think I've talked enough on this subject. It's just frustrating. But on the bright side, because it's like I've dealt with enough stupid men and I just at some point realized, you know what, I'm really hot. I'm the fucking package. Dudes literally trip over themselves and go insane over me on some Tomie shit. So I need to do what's good for me. Because it's like, I'm not just trying to keep, like, I kind of reflected on it. I was like, how did I date and fuck so many of these rich dudes and still get fucking nothing out of it aside from, like, trauma? and maybe a few decent, like, solid outings or dinners, you know? But it's like I was still paying for my own food, like, just what the fuck. It's like, yeah, I shouldn't be able to say, ooh, I was with this dude whose family had a lot of fucking money and a house in the rich suburbs, and yet that nigga knew I was starving with my stomach caving in and hadn't eaten for 3 days, and he ate a double-decker sandwich right fucking next to me. Like, with no care in the world, and acted like I was an asshole for asking for a bite of it. Like, yeah, I shouldn't be able to have stories like that. I shouldn't be able to have stories where it's like people who make, like, fucking, I can't, I would say 6 times more than me, but even then when I was homeless, like, 6 times 0 is 0, so I can't even say that analogy. Just like, you make so much fucking more money than me, and you're making me feel like shit because I want to eat before I dick you down? Like, you really just don't care if I live or die. Wow. And I just kind of am deciding, like, yeah, no thank you. You're gonna play by my fucking rules. I don't care about winning over your attention. I don't see you as the prize. I'm the hot one. I'm the luxurious one. So no, you can't. If you want to meet with me, we're not gonna meet for some cheap ass fucking food that's convenient for you. We're gonna go where I want. You have to, like, I set a bar and you reach it. Otherwise, die mad about it. Anyone who's ever been mad about my standards usually are just walking red flags themselves. Like, for example, that musician guy. He has some allegations out against him, honestly. Like, and they're only just now coming into fruition. And he said some creepy shit to me recently and some other shit that's kind of making it more clear, like, oh, I see. There's a chance those things might be fucking true. So, back the fuck up type shit. And then this other dude is like, okay, dude, you do fucking drugs and alcohol, and you are emotionally vacant and bragging about how you're the type that breaks up with women and doesn't feel anything for them usually. That's not fucking cool. That is the exact opposite energy I need. Or it'll be, yeah, that Seamus dude, it was like, okay, dude, you're mad, but guess what? You are actively bragging to me about all these hoes and whores you're fucking and sluts and how you have like 8 different women on your roster, this, and that, and yet here you are like trying to be all sexual and slutty towards me, and you only think you want me because your testosterone and hormones are telling you, hey, you must win this challenge. But deep down, you don't even want me that bad. You just don't want to feel like you're losing or that you aren't capable of winning me, like I'm a prize or an object. And if I'm an object, I have a high price tag. So either get a fucking better job and get better at your fucking life, and also, or just be a decent fucking human being. And I like that he always focused on, oh man, she's some gold digging slut whore who wants money for sex. I can't just pump and dump her under the promise of texting her the next day, even if I really, really, really promise her. And I even pointed it out. I said, you know, I do also date people. You would just have to date me for quite a bit of time and be used to not having sex with me and pay the bill each time. And he still hated that option too. So it's like he hated it because guess what? Not only because he's broke, like, even though, but also because he's uncreative and stingy and rude and misogynistic and entitled and horny as fuck and wanted instant gratification. I remember he was so mad when my ex-boyfriend Jared, you know, 5'3", fat, white dude with weird teeth. I remember that pissed off Seamus because Seamus is like, you know, super fucking tall, super fit, straight teeth that he smiles in all these ladies' faces and makes them swoon. And he was just like, how he thought to himself, how the fuck did I lose to Jared? And it's like, because Jared, when he heard my standard of, oh, I only date dudes who can actually like prove to me that they can protect me if I'm in danger and help me out during hard times. So, you know, if someone just wants a quick bang or whatever, they can pay me an obscene amount of money or help me with this task or that task. Otherwise, though, I am entirely fine and content with not having sex. I only want to have sex with someone who I truly have a bond with and a connection with, because it'll make me feel safe and loved, and I can be vulnerable, and I don't have to worry about a text the next day because I know that person will fucking have my back. And he was like, I respect that, and that's fucking great. And then we dated for a bit, and he showed to me, at least in the best ways he could, that he was someone that I should trust. Was he absolutely perfect? Fuck no. There were some red flags I overlooked or didn't notice or was told not to look at directly, of course. I had to take accountability for that, but I will say, in some ways, he still did very well. Shame he ruined it, though. And Seamus was mad because it's like, oh shit, how did I lose out on getting the hot girl to the little fat white guy all because he. And it's like, also, Jared is also poor, so it's like, but guess what? Jared knew the best places for his income and his budget and still tried and made an effort and was chivalrous. And so he naturally won me over that way because if you're a man who's naturally generous and driven and thoughtful and sweet, I am going to be on you like white on rice. All you have to do is try. Some of these motherfuckers don't try at all, and that's why my standards are my standards, because I'm trying to weed out the motherfuckers who are just horny, entitled, and ungrateful, selfish little shits. I'm not trying to relive the several layers of hell that I've already experienced. Thank you. And that's why this one guy is so sweet, because he just straight up on this app was like, hey, what are you looking for on here? And then I explained it in depth. I was like, I'm looking for someone with these qualities and that qualities. I'm open minded to where it goes, but I want overall someone where it's like, no matter what our bond is it someone I can talk to consistently? If I'm struggling, can I talk to them? If I'm having a fun outing, can they come with me? If I need something, can they help me? And like someone I can like bake cookies for and have nice romantic evenings with. And regardless of our dynamic, that's what I want. And he was like, that sounds great, and you deserve it. So, moral of the story, as long as you know that you deserve it and you stick to your standards, you're going to be saving yourself from so much fucking trouble. If I could rewind time, or if I don't know, I know some things had to happen for certain reasons. You know, some assholes I couldn't leave because who knows, I still needed some places for certain mailing addresses or to receive certain items or have certain things happen. So, I can't shit on myself for what I did. I'm just glad that I did what I had to survive. I learned the lessons and I'm applying it forward. Thank you. Peace out.